Welcome back, champions. Today we're diving into an area of ancient wisdom that holds the keys to turning one of our greatest obstacles into an unmatched advantage. In the world of ambition and success, envy is an ever-present force. You'll learn how to master techniques that take envy and transform it into fuel for triumph, guiding you in transforming rivalries into stepping stones for your ascent. Imagine the power of turning something as divisive as envy into a strategic asset. This is no passive exercise. It's the Machiavellian art of converting negative energy into the very thing that pushes you forward. Whether you face rivalry in work, relationships, or your personal aspirations, every encounter with envy holds a unique chance for elevation, if you know how to handle it with mastery. The words of Niccolò Machiavelli echo timelessly. Men are driven by two principal impulses, either by love or by fear. But fear has a counterpart, a hidden force that gnaws at the soul of the ambitious: envy. When we observe another's success, the pangs of envy remind us of our own unmet desires, our own burning hunger for recognition. In Machiavelli's philosophy, envy is no foe to be defeated. Instead, it is a challenge to be embraced, manipulated, and ultimately conquered for our gain. For, as Machiavelli himself observed, power and influence are rooted in the ability to harness the forces around us, even those within our own minds. We are not here to pretend that envy isn't a painful experience. It is a fire that, if untamed, will burn wildly, devouring everything in its path. But for those who follow the Machiavellian way, envy can be turned into a flame that lights our path forward, even if it burns hot and close. Rivalries, too, can fuel us, offering us a mirror through which we view our own potential, strengths, and areas ripe for improvement. What better ally than the rivalry that keeps us hungry, that stirs us to go beyond comfort and ease? Today, our task is to step into this world of envy with calculated strength. We will learn to mold our envy and confront rivalries as Machiavelli taught, boldly, shrewdly, and without hesitation. Let us begin by understanding that envy has always been a tool of transformation. Rivalries are the tests of one's character. And for those of us who truly seek greatness, these forces are not obstacles, but vital parts of the journey, demanding our fullest, most disciplined attention. Consider the stories of legends and philosophers who have walked this path before us. They understood that envy often masks hidden aspirations. Envy whispers to us of our unclaimed potential, pointing out those who have achieved what we desire. Instead of being consumed by jealousy, a Machiavellian adept would ask, "What has this rival done that I have not? What strengths has he wielded that I too can acquire?" By reframing envy as an indicator, we can see it as Machiavelli himself would have, a signpost on the road to self-mastery. When we observe our rivals, we see reflections of what we too are capable of achieving. And in those moments, envy is not a curse, but a teacher. In a world shaped by Machiavellian strategies, you do not resent the success of others. You do not lower yourself to slander or idle gossip. Instead, you sharpen your own edges, raise your own ambitions, and let every instance of envy be a blueprint for what you, too, can attain. Machiavelli's insights on power teach us that control over others starts first with control over ourselves. So when envy arises, we cannot be slaves to it. We cannot fall into the trap of self-doubt or resentment. Instead, we must learn to harness that feeling, to let it drive us with precision and purpose. Just as the most disciplined minds learn to manage anger, so must we learn to manage envy, guiding it to serve us rather than allowing it to control us. Rivalries, too, are central to this journey. They are not obstacles. They are opportunities. When we face a rival, we are forced to confront our own strengths and weaknesses. A Machiavellian mind does not shrink from this confrontation. It thrives on it, understanding that without rivals, we would remain static, complacent, and self-satisfied. But with a rival at our side, there is a force urging us to refine our strategies, polish our skills, and raise our standards. In the face of rivalry, we must remember that Machiavelli prized pragmatism above all else. Rivalries are not emotional battles, but strategic opportunities. When faced with competition, ask yourself, what can I learn from this individual? What skills or qualities have propelled them forward, and how can I incorporate those qualities into my own life? In the Machiavellian perspective, there is no greater mistake than ignoring what a rival can teach. Every rival is a silent instructor, showing us what we need to elevate within ourselves. Equally, there is strength in patience, a virtue Machiavelli held in high regard. For those who feel the sting of envy or the tension of rivalry, remember that not every victory needs to be immediate. Mastering these emotions demands patience, an understanding that timing can be as powerful as talent. By observing our rivals over time, by allowing our ambitions to mature, we gain insights that rushed actions could never reveal. Patience in the Machiavellian sense is not passivity. It's a strategy that turns time itself into an ally, letting others reveal their own limitations while we carefully prepare for our own ascent. Embrace the reality that envy can be a reflection of our own untapped potential. When you feel the sting of envy, recognize it as a signal from within, calling you to examine yourself with honesty. Machiavelli understood that self-awareness is the core of all strategic thinking. By studying the successes of others, those who may evoke envy in us, we glimpse our own capacity, yet to be fully realized. To a Machiavellian mind, envy is not a curse, but a compass, pointing toward areas where we have allowed ourselves to fall short or where we have more to claim. When we shift our gaze from what others have achieved to what we can accomplish, we gain the clarity and drive needed to transform aspiration into reality. Furthermore, it is essential to understand that envy, when redirected, can enhance your resilience and sharpen your tactics. By channeling envy into ambition, you turn that energy into a driving force that pushes you forward, regardless of obstacles. Machiavelli would advise us to look upon the success of others not with bitterness, but with a relentless curiosity, constantly asking, what is within my power to change? How can I elevate myself to their level and beyond? Finally, let us embrace the power of transformation, a concept central to Machiavelli's teachings. The mind trained in Machiavellian thought sees every emotion, every encounter as fuel for personal evolution. Envy and rivalry are not dead ends but crucibles that refine us, stripping away our weaknesses and fortifying our strengths. When you master the art of transforming envy into ambition and rivalry into insight, you become resilient, capable of rising to any challenge. It is here that true mastery lies, not merely in outdoing others, but in continuously evolving, transcending our own former selves and shaping our path with relentless determination. In this way, our encounters with envy and rivalry become tests of character and willpower. They become the proving ground for our commitment to our goals, our willingness to do whatever is necessary to climb higher, to move forward, to transcend limitations. And in this relentless pursuit, we embody the true spirit of Machiavellian philosophy. We are not here to be deterred by others' successes, but to use them as fuel for our own ascent. Remember, envy need not be shameful, nor should rivalry be feared. They are catalysts, invitations to embrace our highest potential. In the Machiavellian worldview, these forces are the sparks that ignite our ambition, that drive us to refine our craft and expand our influence. And when we master them, we become unshakable. As we conclude, remember that this journey requires action, It demands a continuous commitment to rise above the pull of petty emotions, to transform envy into an instrument of growth. This is the Machiavellian way, to turn every setback, every challenge, every rivalry into a step on the ladder of success. If you found value in these insights, join us in building a community that champions the pursuit of greatness. Subscribe to our channel to see more content like this and explore the ancient wisdom that shapes the path to mastery. Together, let's embrace these timeless strategies, strengthen our minds, and become the architects of our destiny. Until next time, champions, stay strong and stay committed to your path.